Hello, this video will explain the Explore and Reason for lesson 5-6. In this lesson, they're asking you to compare linear functions to cubic to exponential. And so you see in this first grouping, they did this part for you. So this is the linear where we have 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 3 is 12. When we look at the difference between consecutive y values, they take our 6 and subtract the 3. So that difference is 3. They take the 9 and subtract the 6 right here to give you 3. When we do the ratio, they're putting the 6 divided by the 3 equals 2, the 9 divided by 6 equals the 1.5, and so on. What we see is that this difference in a linear function is a constant, 3, that becomes our slope. We know that from past. When you go to build the rest of this table, you have to plug in values. So our x values come from over here, and so the first one, 1. 1 raised to the third power is 1. 2 raised to the third power, that would be 2 times 2 times 2, so that would be 8. Difference between y values would be 8 minus 1, so the difference would be 7. The ratio would be 8 divided by 1, which is 8. And you will continue to fill out the table in that manner. On to the third function, we shall have, if I can change my color here, 3 raised to the x power. So 3 raised to the first power is 3. That's 3 raised to the first power. 3 raised to the second power is 9. 3 raised to the third power would be 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. And again, you'll go through and you'll find those differences, and you're always looking for patterns. And so what we can see pretty quickly is that the first differences here are not a constant. I believe that's 18. When you look at the ratio, however, that's a 9 divided by 3 equals 3. 27 divided by 9 equals 3. When you're over here, make sure to finish out this table, but we're really going to be looking at this exponential. And so you can then answer questions B and C. But the setup of the table, because they're having so much information, hopefully that will help. Another thing that will help is to go to Desmos and put in each of those functions. So this is a screenshot right from Desmos, but you can see how the red function is our linear function going straight up. The blue is our cubic, where we have that starting low, going through the origin with a slight curve and then cruising up. And then the green is the exponential. And so that should help you answer the last question there about the rates of change.